Captain's log, Earth date 07-1424. Whew. This is Captain Stanford of the Starship Monroe. Wherever we go, haven, hope, honor. What's happening is I'm debating classes for college. It's a very personal, very stressful decision. Weighing whether or not to continue with one major or switch to another. By the end of my sophomore year, which is this year, something should be settled. I have till the end of 2025 to make a solid career choice. Excuse me. But for now, with the semester so close to an end, I'm thinking about a few options. Okay? Don't want to go into too specific detail because I've spoken with someone in my support system and we kind of differ on opinions. So, adding to my stress. Anyway, platform 9 3/4 is fine, freshly cleaned. Everything is copacetic in here. Mission progress. Ozempic is doing well. I expected more negative symptoms, but it's day 4, and I had some mild stomach sickness the second day. I'm realizing that when I do get hungry, it's visceral. It's the pain is more intense when I'm hungry than it was before. Other than that, there are no side effects to complain about. I'm not sitting on the toilet. I'm not vomiting profusely. Thank God. That would be terrible. Mission 2, films. I think we're back on the Kate Winslet project because of this film, which is only available on YouTube apparently. But it's 11 Days in Gaza. And for obvious reasons, well, I don't know if it's obvious or not. I don't know how many videos you've watched or if you know me at all. But I support Palestine and its liberty and its respect as a sovereign nation. Whether that means they should fuse with Israel in the future, or Israel just stops being such a pain in the ass to the region and to the Palestinian people. I look forward to this documentary. I look forward to what light it could shed on the situation, the circumstances, etc., etc. Philanthropy is not something that people brag about, but since it's my first time, I found a project to support. If I look at my notes, I could tell you exactly. I think it's World Central Kitchen, which I'll just simply be anonymously donating to, or whatever I have to do. But I've got a specific number in mind. I want to support them with. On a regular basis. Somewhat modest philanthropy. Just something to help the situation. Something I can do myself with my funds for those who need funding. And knowing that food scarcity is rampant. It's its own epidemic. Excuse me. And to be able to help that kind of effort to feed those in need and suffering and facing famine, like those in Gaza, those in Ukraine, those in Yemen, etc., etc., is a treat, an honorable pleasure, and I can't wait to be a part of that. Milestones, yeah. Finally finding a place to support, a place to donate to that I agree with. That's not just somebody walked up to me on the street and I got convinced or something like that. Or I don't typically have time for such cold canvassing, but it's mostly because I disagree with the platforms involved. I wish at some point maybe I'll do the save the children kind of thing, but right now I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on feeding those in need. That includes children and anyone suffering from food scarcity, wherever they are. Another milestone, I kind of cleared the garage from that recycling boxes that I may have talked about at the last video. But I didn't gain more space enough to jump rope in the garage. So still working on that. Place to wake up in the morning and do some jump roping. We'll see how that goes in the future. There is a driveway, but I don't feel like being that guy that works out in your face in the morning. Even if it's some cardio. But I might have to push past that, and I'm out there often enough smoking, so we'll see. External challenges. I'm down to one class in college, and the external challenge is the course itself, which is a 5-credit class shoved into the summer semester. So imagine the workload. It's intense. I kind of want to drop the class, to be honest with you. But I want to talk to somebody first before I pull the trigger. I'll stick with it if I have to. And that'll go towards whatever it goes towards. But I'm already in hot water in this semester when it comes to funding and stuff that I have to pay back the entire semester because I dropped a class already. If I drop this class, there'll be no classes left. And my support system stated that this is a terrible decision. You should stick with it. You should just do what you got to do. Didn't you make a commitment, etc., etc. Yes, I made a commitment. Yes, I am able to back out of that commitment easily. Easily is a strong word to use in a collegiate sense, because there's a lot of money involved in college, and credits and grades and a lot of shit. And I didn't think about this lightly. I didn't say, hey, let's just quit because it's too hard. If I don't know, it's difficult to get into the weeds of in such a format, especially with no dialogue. It's more of a monologue, and I could just switch the subject, but it's really on my mind. I don't know how I'll feel about it tomorrow, but I am going to go visit campus and talk to who I can talk to before making this decision rashly. Today's inner demon. Feeling vulnerable lately, like I can't handle what I used to be able to handle, like films and horror, and like 2 horror films, not even a horror, like, so ever since Revolutionary Road, I've been just hopping out of movies. Like I can't deal with this. I can't do this. It's too much stress. And I had a conversation on my audio recorder with myself and realized that I'm feeling vulnerable after being so sober, and I feel like I'm defrosting, like I'm tender right now. I'm in a very vulnerable or fresh state, without the drugs and alcohol to numb myself. I'm no longer numb. I'm not frozen anymore. I'm not. I mean, if we were talking about meat, it'd be dead sitting there waiting to rot. But I'm not dead and waiting to rot. I'm alive, and I don't know. Maybe I'm trimming the trees. Maybe I'm looking at what needs to go and what can stay while I'm evolving, which is kind of a vulnerable place to be. And I think it's okay to be that way and feel the way I feel. I just don't want to back out of everything and be like, fuck it all. That's not how I feel. I feel generally happy, generally normal. But I don't know if I'm going to stick with everything that I've got going on. I know I'm going to stay in college. I'm a lifelong student. This particular class isn't working out because of the workload. And yes, it's tough, but it's more than just tough. It's crammed, and it's getting annoying. And I don't have the time to do everything that I want to do in this class and still take care of myself and deal with everything else that's going on in my life. And there are triggers of stress that I haven't even covered in this log yet. In this that my life is full of. I mean, perhaps I'm feeling delicate. Perhaps I'm feeling soft. Perhaps I'm feeling all the things you shouldn't want a man to feel, which is a bit weak about his decisions. But I'm in this space. I don't know how to chuck this space easily. And I've never been where I'm at. I've never been so convinced about my sobriety, about never taking another drink, never picking up another pipe for any substance. I've never been this straight edge or whatever you call it. Maybe my body's getting to the point where it's ready to be healthy, where it's ready to be stronger. Maybe this is the bottom of the weakness, and there's only up to go. We're gonna up my strength training. We're gonna up that. And I hope it's not the Ozempic that I'm taking messing with my hormones. I'm laughing because it's so fucking likely. I don't know what this shit does to you. But I know I can focus on my health. I can focus on if I'm feeling weak, I should train in some strength. I should practice strength wherever I can, wherever I can find it. Whatever. I took a look at my strengths and weaknesses as far as professional, personal, and athletic strengths and weaknesses. I extracted my top 5 strengths, the ones that I need right now. And I'm going to try and work on those too. So between the inner strength and the external strength, the physical strength, I should be really strong sometime soon. Maybe not too soon. Maybe a couple months down the road, I'll be a lot stronger than I am today. But then it'll be worth it. Then I won't feel so vulnerable or, yeah. Holy shit, that makes perfect sense. Okay, back to the log. I apologize, kind of a tangent. I'm just feeling shit. Like I've got a new tool and I don't have the instructions on how to use it. Today's inner demon, future healthy coping mechanisms, train in your strengths, improve yourself. How is the captain? Captain's gonna do what he can. Captain has days like this, apparently. This is new ground. The captain feels like he's on a new mission. One given by his body, to be stronger, to be healthier, to do better, and more often. What's next? What's next is 11 days in Gaza. What's next is some epic strength training, and I think I'm going to pull the kettlebell out while we're watching this and just do some desk upper body shit. Something to reach out of the funk, out of the pit, like Batman in Dark Knight Rises. Gotta jump out of the pit, man. Gotta jump out of the pit. Best event of the day. Was going through that with you just now. Finding my way from weakness to a way towards strength, and getting a good conversation in about strength, weakness, and health and softness, and what the fuck's going on with the Ozempic, and maybe that's part of it. But talking about college, doing this log, this is why I do this, so I can hash shit out, so I can get to the bottom of it, and have a better update next time. So today's favorite person / character is Batman. Hell yeah. Oh god, I'm a huge Batman fan. This is the only tattoo I've got. It's the only one I fucking need. I know. I'm sorry, but it's the only one I fucking need. Of course I want more. I want a Spider-Man symbol over here. I want a Taurus symbol on the back of my neck. Maybe a dragon on my leg. Why? I don't know. That's kind of a chick thing nowadays. Maybe on my calf, or like a like a big dragon on my belly, so I can work it into some abs. I don't know. We'll see. What if it's kind of funny, but if you get a tattoo while your belly is big, does it change shape? Like, does it look awkward or awkward? Like, does it does it survive if you slim down and get a 6-pack, or like if you slim down? Like, how would the dragon change if it was on my belly? And so my Chinese astrology sign is dragon, my Western astrology sign is Taurus, and I want them both on my body somewhere. Short of a dragon on my chest, you know what I'm saying? My A-cup moves might not agree with a dragon on the chest right now, but I can put it on my belly. I can put it on the side of my belly, maybe. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's it. Sorry to Jake Gyllenhaal. We ran out of time, as usual. I love you, Johnny. Stanford out.